Sketchbox, but it's not my regular monthly subscription. It's called Sketchbox Artist Choice. So they have 3 different levels you can do. There's one you can do 5 items, 1 7, and then 1 10. And you can do this, I guess once you do it the first time, you signed up for monthly. So you go, they have items that you can choose from. So you can get whatever you want, really, if it's on the list. I think you get, with the 5 items, it's $19.99, and you choose from a list, but you don't get like the full set list. No full sets and no Copic items. And the items are valued $10 or less. If you go to the 7 items, that's what this one is. No Copic items, but you can get full sets. And the items are worth $15 or less. And the 10 items, pretty much everything. It's 425 items to choose from. You can get Copic, you can get full sets. And it says 25 days before they ship, you'll have to log in and choose your next supplies that you want. If you don't select products, they will send a curated kit of their choice. So I'm kind of interested in that. So these I did choose, but I might just leave it so that next month we'll see what we get. So let's open this up and see what I got. I did this not that long ago. They ship pretty quickly, so. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is all hard. Is it supposed to be hard? I thought they were supposed to be soft. It's putty. Okay, anyway, so I got this. I'm not sure what to do with it. I was wondering if it would work like these. Now these are, I got these in the last Sketchbox, I guess. Yes, and you could mix watercolors, but these are different colors. These are like 3 primaries, so I thought that might be kind of fun because I liked messing around with the other ones. I did get another one of these. This is the liquid graphite because I really like it. These are acrylic ink. I love that kind of thing, so I figured I would try those. Sanguine powder. I wondered if it would work the same way as this, so that's why I wanted to try it. This I got because I was looking for something else to put in a box because I love these markers. These are acrylic markers with a little nylon tip. And I got almond because that's a color I use a lot for faces. I got this. It's just a brush pen, but it's one of those nylon tip brush pens. So, and it's in gray, light gray. So, and this is supposed to be. It says drawing graphite putty, but it's hard as a rock. I think it's supposed to be soft. If you notice the putty shows signs of excessive drying, add water incrementally depending on how adaptable you want the material to be. Treat it as clay. Yeah, all right, so I'm gonna add some water to this to see if I can revive it. It just sounded interesting. It's water soluble and it's graphite, but it's just a big clump right now. So we'll see what we can do. Let's add some water. I don't know how much to add. Should I soak it in water? So treat it like clay. Okay, well, so maybe I'll just do that and I'll tape it. Oh, well, it's spitting. All right, I'm just gonna let it sit, I guess. It's dripping. Stop dripping. Okay, maybe I can't tape it. All right, let's try something else. Because that's what it's supposed to look like. And it doesn't look like that. Maybe I can clip these closed and let it sit for a little bit. So that's $29.99. So it's about the same as the regular box I get. But the box I get is the price it is because I pay for the year. So I don't know. We got a little sticker. I kind of remember that. Oh yeah, that's got the 3 like mineral paint things. like liquid charcoal, liquid chalk or something. Let me get some paper. All right, so let's try these. I don't remember ever seeing these in the boxes, so this might have been just, I don't know, something I missed. I was drawn to this color, of course. Goldenrod. So these are acrylic inks. Very pretty. Ooh, I love that. Good color. And this is blackberry. Ooh, this one's gonna be nice too. Oh, that's so pretty. Ooh, I love it. And this one's charcoal, so black or dark gray. Yeah, it's more like a dark gray, I think. Seems like it's got a little bit of a greenish tint to it. I wonder if these do any kind of granulating type of things. The black does a little bit. All right, so that's that one. We tried this last time, but we'll try it again. I just like this stuff. This is the liquid. It seems bigger than the other one. This is just really fun to play with. That's a little wet, but it does bloom. What else do we have? This. I don't know if I have one of these or not. I have these kind of brushes, but I don't know if I have gray. Oh, well. So I'm thinking this is water soluble. I mean water based. Seems like, I don't know. I don't know. Let me see. What is it called? Brush writer. Oh, they have pink. I have the pink one. I know that. Maybe when you got it in the kit, you got either the pink or the blue, the gray. Water-based dye ink. Okay. So yeah, I always love these. So yeah, you can move them like watercolor markers. I did get a couple more of these. So let's open these. I also wanted to see if this would act the same way, because there's no instruction on them. Let me see, I'll look it up and see if it says anything on the site. Powder can be diluted with water or mixed with a binding agent. So you can use that to make like a little watercolor. Oh, that's so pretty. This is, if you didn't see that last video, this is gum arabic. So we use one for each. So this is blue, primary red, primary yellow. Ooh, that's pretty. This one's pretty full. I remember a couple of the other ones were less packed. So blue, and we'll do the red. Look how pretty that is. This one's very full. The other ones, the yellow was only like a quarter full. It seems odd. This one's almost all the way full too. And maybe we'll do some mixes. So we'll do yellow, yellow, red, red, blue, and blue. Okay. So we want to do 1, 2, 1, 2. 1 scoop and 2 drops. So there was 2 scoops and 4 drops. So that's my math. I'm not an expert, but that's what worked last time, so. Oh, this blue's really dark. It's like a sapphire blue. These seem to be a little more transparent. The other ones were kind of gouache, you know, like the more milky colors. All right, let's try the yellow. I have some other gum arabic, but it's Jane Davenport, and it's in a larger container, but this is very easy to like drip out. The other one it's got just like an open top like this, so it's a little more treacherous. All right, so this is going to be orange, we're hoping. Tried to put a little less red than yellow, because red is gonna overtake it. And it is. Let's do another one. And maybe I'll just stir it with this so there's just a little bit of red. But that red is strong. So you can see it's a little more orangish, but it's still a dark orange. Feel like a little scientist. All right, let's try to get it a little bit lighter. Oh yeah, that's a little better. Probably should have done that with the green too. That's gonna be a dark green. All right, let's try this. That's very dark. I'm gonna do yellow and I'll do the same thing as I did with the orange. I'm just gonna scrape that off. Oh, that's ugly. All right, so that, I don't know, that's not really nice. I want a lime and I'm not gonna get it. Okay, we'll leave that with that. And then we're gonna do the purple. So, ooh, that's pretty. So I had a hard time getting these little metal things. I went to Amazon and they had 2 sets left. 2 sets of 15 each, and they were $5 each, so $10 and you get 30. And I think I need more blue, I'm surprised. So I ordered it and only one came. And so I let them know. I said, there's only one. And so they said, well, we can't send you another one. There were only 2. So we'll just give you the $5. So I went, okay. But I still wanted another set. So I went on. They didn't have any more sets of 15. So they had, I ordered 1 set of 12 and only 6 came. So they wanted me to return it to Whole Foods. Like, A, this is not my mistake. B, it's $5 or however much it was. And C, I don't even know where there's a Whole Foods. It's just, it's not close to me. And it's a $5 item. So I got all pissy and I talked to customer service, put on my Karen hat. And I said, I'm not going to drive to return this. This is stupid. They sent me a replacement, but I still had the 6. And they said, oh, you can donate them. No, I'm donating them to me because you're aggravating me. So I got the 6, but they sent me another set and it was 12. So I ended up with a few more than I expected, but not much. So anyway, it was a hassle, but... So the purple is really pretty. So we get the first 3. We have, that's the sanguine. This is a dark green, a light green. What's this? Is that supposed to be orange? That's just a lighter version of the red. Okay, and that's purple. So let's try these. So yellow. And they're a little sticky. It may just be my measurements are off. Maybe I should have put more powder in. But that's pretty. I like that orange. So should we try this one? It's like brick color. Should I do the green? Do green over here. Oh, that's not bad. That's not a bad. It just looks darker. And these are the easiest watercolors I've ever made. And I'm glad that you can do it with the sanguine powder too. All right, what are we doing? Like, we'll do, this is the, all right, this is the red. The very dark red. This is the pure red. Ooh, ooh. The primary red. And this one's the attempted orange. It's like blood orange is what it is. You can see it a little bit. The red is very strong because I had to add more blue to make it purple. Okay, so that's that one, that one. I did the green. Okay, let's do the darker green over here. So it's kind of a foresty green. That's not bad, actually. I don't mind that color. Actually, I like both of those colors, so. Okay, let's do blue. A pretty blue, kind of, I know it's supposed to be primary, but it's, I don't know, like ultramarine kind of blue, I guess. And purple. Oh, that's so pretty. Plum kind of. These are so pretty. So that's why I got those, because I thought it would be kind of fun to play. That's a really nice palette. I like those colors. I love that purple. All right, so there's those. What else do we have to play with? Oh, just this thing that I have to wait on. This is just graphite, so. Oh, it's starting to soften up a little. Maybe I just need to squish it a little. It is feeling like clay. I mean, it's pretty much this, but thicker. It's really nice. I think this is probably the only way I would have fun with graphite is if I could paint with it. Because I always find pencil so messy. And that's got a little granulation thing going on too, so. Is that all I got? I didn't do this, but we know what these look like. I love these. So just acrylic brush markers, but the brushes are a little more like the kind of paint brushes I use, the nylon squishy soft ones. So I think I might attempt to paint something or draw something with all this stuff. So those are the colors. I get all kinds of colors to work with. I'll come up with something and come back with it. All right, I think I'm done. This is the picture I used. Let's see that. I'm trying to figure out where I got it from. Doesn't say. That's the signature, if that helps. I don't know. It doesn't say where I got it from, because you know how good I am at that. But yeah, I used the watercolors mostly for the background. But I did bring in some other stuff because I didn't order anything like a pen. I ordered this, and I was going to use the black one, but I really wanted something, because I started using this, which is the soft gray, which is nice, but it's water soluble, so it disappears, and you can't really see it that well, so I wanted something that you could see. So I used a couple of microns, and the black one. I used this, which is also like a Sumi ink, kind of black ink. And for the white, I used some acrylic paint from this Copic marker, which I kind of want to do a little more there. So yeah, I really like the watercolors. I know they seem so simple, but they're really nice. And for this, I think I'll smudge with it. I used some of the graphic putty, which I put in a jar instead of that envelope thing, because oh no, it's still squishy, because it would just dry up too fast. But I figured if I put it in a jar, it would stay at least semi-moist, and I can always add water to it. So, and I had a little jar that fit it perfectly. Anything else? What else is in there? I was going to use the ink. My idea was to use the black or the charcoal colored ink and use like a nib pen, but I can't find any. So oddly enough, so I ended up just grabbing these instead, but I'm sure these would have worked fine. Same thing. What else is in the box? So this is basically the same thing as this. So I figure I did a little bit. This was included in the watercolor little pan, so I did use a little bit of that, which works like watercolor. And anything else? I don't think so. But anyway, yeah, I really like, I know I didn't use it in this, but I really like these two inks, especially the purple and the orange. I like this stuff. The graphite putty, I just think it's fun. It's really interesting texture-wise, and it blooms and all that fun stuff, which I like. I really like the watercolors only because I like making small amounts like that and just using them for project, and then I can, you know, just get rid of them. But I don't know. I don't know if they're any different from using like a pan watercolor, but they feel like they are. They feel like they're a little more intense color-wise. So that's it, I guess. So I did this in my little etcher book, but yeah, it came out all right, I guess. Yeah, that was kind of fun. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I went back into Sketchbox because you have to go in and put down what your next box will be. So I went in to do that just to see if, you know, there was anything I could add. I know I was gonna wait until to see what they gave me, but when I went in, they had already put a bunch of stuff in there. So I was able to switch out things that I wanted for what they had put in, but what they put in was just, I don't know, it just didn't seem like it was worth it to me. Like all this stuff was really worth it. But they had like, I've got it in here someplace. Yeah, so they had a water brush, like, you know, a water brush, you know what I mean. They had a Copic marker, which I can't stand these. A paintbrush, a chisel tip paintbrush, which I wouldn't use. A little thing of paper like this. 2 charcoal pencils. And the set of the Derwent tinted charcoal, which I really didn't want any of those. I might be interested in the charcoal pencils, but price-wise, it's better for me to pick them out because I can get the more expensive stuff, you know what I mean? I mean, the pencils aren't going to cost as much, and the water brush is like nothing, you know, I don't know. So it's better to go in and pick if you're going to do it, but it seems like all the stuff that was in there was stuff that I already had or wasn't interested in, so I ended up canceling it. So I'm not going to do a follow-up video showing what they sent me surprise stuff because I don't want it. So anyway, we'll just continue as normal, get my regular monthly box. Besides, I know the monthly box is going to be new stuff, so hopefully. And yeah, that's it. But it is kind of, I mean, I think it's a good idea if there's some stuff you've seen with Sketchbox that you'd like, but you don't want to do the monthly subscription, so you can go in there. You can do like the 5, the 7, or the 10 piece box, and you can always like put it on hold, or you can cancel it if you're not thinking you're going to use it more than once or twice. But it ends up being cheaper to do it that way than buying them individually on the site, but you just have to remember to cancel it. So she looks like, I don't know, I don't really like the way I did the lines. They look a little severe, but I kind of felt limited by what I was using, and I don't know, I wanted different pens. I wanted some, I don't know what I wanted. I wanted some line. I didn't want to use black. I wanted to use like gray. In the picture they used colored. They used like a brown, and they used a blue, and I didn't have those. I had the brown, but it wasn't the thickness I wanted. And then the gray wasn't showing up, so I ended up using black so you could see it. So, whatever. It's just a picture. Okay, so that's it for this week. Next week I have, as far as I know, it's going to be another Sketchbox thing. It's going to be one of the grab bag things. So I did get that, and I'm going to open that up and show you what I got, and then make a picture like this. So that one's kind of a surprise. And so that's it. That's it for this week. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.